Have you ever looked at a slice of cheese and thought, this little thing couldn't possibly hurt me, and right? It's creamy, comforting, nostalgic even. It brings back memories of warm sandwiches, holiday platters, maybe even your favorite snack as a child. But here's the thing, if you're over 60, some cheeses might not be as harmless as they seem. As we age, our bodies process fat, salt, and dairy proteins differently. That slice of cheese you once enjoyed without a second thought could now be quietly working against your heart, your joints, even your memory. Certain cheeses can raise your blood pressure, irritate your gut, or worsen inflammation. Others, however, may actually support your immune system, protect your bones, and boost your energy. Today, we're going to explore 6 types of cheese that every older adult should know about, 3 that can help you age better and live more vibrantly, and 3 that may be silently undermining your health. You'll learn what to look for, what to avoid, and how to enjoy cheese in a way that supports, not sabotages, your well-being. Some of what we'll cover might surprise you. For instance, one cheese on the good list is often overlooked at the grocery store, even though it's gentle on the stomach and rich in the kind of nutrients your body actually needs more of as you get older. On the other hand, one popular cheese spread that you may keep in your fridge right now has been linked to increased risk of heart disease and even memory loss. But don't worry, this isn't a video about deprivation. It's about making smarter, more supportive choices that still taste good. Because food isn't just fuel, it's connection, it's culture. And every bite you take is a chance to nourish your future. So stay with us until the end, because the last cheese we'll talk about today is perhaps the most misleading. It's often marketed as light and easy, yet it may carry the biggest hidden risk of all. If you're still with me and curious to learn, comment ready below to let me know you're here for the ride. We read every comment, and your presence helps us keep creating content that matters. At LifeWell Seniors, our goal is simple: to help you stay informed, inspired, and empowered, one choice at a time. Whether you're preparing lunch for yourself, shopping for groceries, or sitting down to eat with family, the cheeses you choose can either work with your body or quietly chip away at your health. Now let's begin with a soft, fresh cheese that's not only delicious but surprisingly beneficial for your gut and your bones. Let's talk about ricotta. Ricotta might not be the flashiest cheese at the market. It doesn't come aged in wax or sprinkled with herbs. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This humble, creamy cheese is one of the most gut-friendly, bone-supporting choices you can make, especially after the age of 60. Made from the whey left over after making other cheeses, ricotta is naturally low in fat and high in high-quality protein. It's soft, mild, and easy to digest, which makes it a great option for older adults who might struggle with heavier or more processed cheeses. Unlike firmer varieties that are high in salt or saturated fats, ricotta offers a gentle nutritional profile rich in calcium and phosphorus, both essential for maintaining strong bones as we age. But there's more to ricotta than just calcium. It's also packed with selenium and zinc, 2 trace minerals that support immune function and help the body recover from illness or injury. For those dealing with osteoporosis or just trying to maintain bone density, ricotta can be a small but powerful addition to the daily diet. What's especially appealing is how versatile ricotta is. You can stir it into scrambled eggs for a creamier texture. Spread it on whole grain toast and drizzle with a little honey for a comforting breakfast. Or mix it with spinach and stuff it into bell peppers for a protein-packed dinner. It's light, satisfying, and doesn't leave you feeling weighed down. What about lactose, you might ask? Good question. As we age, many of us develop some level of lactose sensitivity. The good news is that ricotta, especially when made from sheep's or goat's milk, tends to be lower in lactose than other cheeses, making it a friendlier option for sensitive stomachs. Some brands even offer lactose-free versions without compromising flavor or texture. In fact, a 2021 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed fresh, low-sodium dairy like ricotta had better gut function and reported fewer flare-ups from inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Researchers believe this may be due in part to ricotta's higher levels of anti-inflammatory amino acids and its excellent calcium-to-sodium ratio. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you added ricotta to your regular meals? If you're thinking about giving it a try, I'd love to know. Drop a quick comment below and tell me, what's one dish you'd love to try with ricotta in it? Your answers help build a community of encouragement and shared ideas, and who knows, you might inspire someone else to try something new today. So that's ricotta, light, nutrient-rich, easy on digestion, and one of the best cheeses for anyone looking to protect their bones and reduce inflammation naturally. Next up, we're heading to Spain, home to a cheese you may not be familiar with, but should definitely get to know. Manchego isn't just delicious, it could be a key ally in supporting your brain health as you age. Let's find out why. Manchego may not be a household name in every American kitchen, but it deserves a spot on your plate, especially if you're over 60 and looking to support your brain, your immune system, and your overall vitality. This firm, nutty cheese hails from the La Mancha region of Spain and is made from sheep's milk, giving it a nutritional edge over cow's milk cheeses. Why? Because sheep's milk is naturally higher in several key nutrients: vitamin B, 12 zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and a powerful mix of bioavailable protein, all of which become increasingly important as we age. Let's start with vitamin B12, a nutrient that many older adults become deficient in without realizing it. A lack of B12 can lead to fatigue, memory issues, and even nerve damage over time. But Manchego, just 1 ounce, can deliver over 15% of your daily B12 needs. That's a small slice with a big impact. Then there's zinc. As we age, our immune response naturally slows down. Zinc helps boost white blood cell production, supports wound healing, and keeps the immune system alert. Manchego, with its natural zinc content, gives your body a gentle nudge in the right direction, especially during cold and flu season. The benefits don't stop there. Aged Manchego, especially versions matured for 6 months or longer, also contains natural probiotics. These are the good bacteria that support gut health, digestion, and even mood. A healthier gut means better absorption of nutrients and a stronger immune defense, a true win-win. Manchego's fat profile is also worth noting. While it is richer than soft cheeses, the fats in sheep's milk tend to include more medium-chain fatty acids and omega-3s, which are easier to metabolize and less inflammatory than typical saturated fats. These fats have been shown in some studies to play a role in slowing cognitive decline, making Manchego a brain-boosting cheese with both flavor and function. Flavor-wise, Manchego is slightly tangy, rich, and nutty. It pairs beautifully with sliced apples or pears, a handful of almonds, or a drizzle of honey. And because it's a firmer cheese, it's easy to slice and portion out, helping with natural portion control. A little goes a long way. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying this kind of practical, science-backed insight, I recommend you subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell. That way you'll never miss a tip designed to help you stay strong, sharp, and supported in your golden years. Now back to Manchego. What's especially unique is how it supports mental clarity. In a 2020 observational study from the Journal of Nutritional Neuroscience, older adults who regularly consumed sheep's milk cheeses like Manchego showed better memory retention and mood stability compared to those who didn't. The researchers linked this to the specific blend of B vitamins, zinc, and omega fats found in these cheeses. That's powerful and delicious news. So if you're someone who values sharp thinking, strong immunity, and a satisfying bite, Manchego might just be your new go-to cheese. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried Manchego? If so, how did you enjoy it? If not, what would you pair it with first? Leave a comment below. I love reading your ideas and suggestions. Cottage cheese often flies under the radar. It's simple, unassuming, and for many people it brings back memories of old-school diets or scoops on a hospital tray. But don't let its plain appearance fool you when it comes to supporting heart health, muscle maintenance, and even weight management. After 60, cottage cheese is one of the most underrated superfoods in the dairy aisle. Let's start with the basics. Cottage cheese is high in casein protein, which digests slowly and helps keep you feeling full longer. For older adults, this is especially important. As we age, maintaining muscle mass becomes more difficult, but not impossible. Getting enough high-quality protein throughout the day can help counteract age-related muscle loss and keep you stronger, more stable, and more energized. 1/2 cup serving of low-fat cottage cheese provides around 13 grams of protein, yet only about 9,100 calories. That's a smart trade-off if you're looking to keep your metabolism active without overloading on fat or salt. What's more, cottage cheese is often lower in sodium than many hard cheeses, especially if you choose the low-sodium versions. And while the flavor may be mild, it can easily be dressed up with fresh fruit cinnamon or a few cherry tomatoes and cracked black pepper. It's as versatile as it is nourishing. But the real power of cottage cheese is how it supports heart health. Unlike processed cheeses, cottage cheese contains no artificial preservatives, emulsifiers, or phosphates, ingredients often linked to inflammation, kidney strain, and vascular issues in older adults. Its clean, whole food profile makes it a gentler choice for your heart and circulatory system. Here's a little-known fact: many cardiologists recommend cottage cheese as a go-to evening snack for patients trying to manage blood pressure and cholesterol. Why? Because the calcium, magnesium, and potassium it contains all support vascular flexibility and help regulate blood pressure, especially in combination with a heart-conscious diet. And let's not forget gut health. While cottage cheese isn't as probiotic-rich as yogurt, some brands do contain live cultures that aid digestion and help balance the gut microbiome, a key factor in immunity, mood, and nutrient absorption as we age. If this surprised you and you're thinking about giving cottage cheese another shot, comment yes to cottage below. I'd love to know how you plan to use it in your next meal. There's no need to reinvent your entire diet. Sometimes making one smart substitution, like choosing cottage cheese over a creamier, fattier spread, can make a real difference. It's not just about restriction, it's about real food that gives something back. So whether you add a spoonful to your breakfast, blend it into a smoothie, or use it as a savory base for lunch, cottage cheese can quietly support your health without compromising taste or convenience. Now we've explored 3 cheeses that can serve your body well, supporting your bones, your brain, and your heart. But not all cheeses are allies in aging. Some, in fact, may be doing far more harm than good, especially if you're unaware of what's really inside. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at the cheeses you may need to limit or avoid. And we're starting with a soft rind favorite that might be elegant on a cheese board, but dangerous for your immune system. Let's talk about brie. Brie has long been considered the darling of the cheese world. Soft, creamy, and undeniably elegant, it's often the centerpiece of holiday platters and wine nights. But for those over 60, brie and other soft rind cheeses might be hiding more risks than rewards. Let's begin with what makes brie so popular. Its texture is velvety. The rind adds a subtle tang. It spreads beautifully on crackers and pairs effortlessly with fruits or nuts. But underneath that inviting surface lies a nutritional profile that can be problematic, especially for older adults. Brie is a high-fat cheese, and not just in terms of calories. It's rich in saturated fats, nearly 8 grams per ounce, which when consumed regularly may contribute to rising LDL cholesterol and increased risk of heart disease. While fat itself isn't the villain, the type and quantity matter deeply as we age. Now let's talk sodium. Though brie isn't as salty as some processed options, it still carries around 170-200 milligrams per ounce. That can quickly add up, especially if you're enjoying it without measuring portions. Elevated sodium levels are directly tied to high blood pressure, a condition that affects nearly 2 out of every 3 Americans over the age of 60. But the bigger concern with brie, camembert, and other soft, mold-ripened cheeses lies in food safety. These cheeses are more prone to contamination by Listeria monocytogenes, a bacteria that doesn't affect most young, healthy individuals, but can pose serious health risks to older adults, especially those with weakened immune systems or chronic conditions. Listeria can grow even in refrigerated environments, making soft cheeses a common source of outbreaks. Symptoms of listeriosis, such as fever, confusion, muscle aches, and gastrointestinal distress, can be subtle and easy to overlook. But in people over 60, complications can escalate rapidly, sometimes leading to hospitalization or worse. This risk increases further when the cheese is unpasteurized, which may be the case with imported or artisanal brie. The FDA recommends that older adults, pregnant women, and those with compromised immune systems avoid unpasteurized soft cheeses entirely. Now let's be clear, we're not saying brie is inherently evil, but it's a cheese that demands awareness and moderation. If you really love brie, save it for rare occasions. Choose pasteurized versions, watch your portions, and consider pairing it with heart-friendly sides like apple slices or walnuts instead of salty crackers or cured meats. And here's a tip if you're looking for a creamy texture without the same risks. Try a small serving of whipped avocado Greek yogurt-based spreads or even homemade hummus. These options give you richness, flavor, and peace of mind. If you've got brie sitting in your fridge right now, no judgment. But if this gave you pause, drop a comment below with the words brie rethink, because sometimes all it takes is a moment of reflection to make a better choice. Now let's keep moving, because if brie is maybe the next category is a definite concern. We're talking about processed cheese slices and cheese sprays. They might be quick and convenient, but the way they're made and what they're made with could be quietly working against your health every day. Let's dive into it. Processed cheese slices and cheese sprays, often sold in bright wrappers, plastic tubs, or convenient squeeze cans, are staples in many American households. They melt easily, last forever in the fridge, and bring back memories of grilled cheese sandwiches, lunchbox snacks, and summer barbecues. But beneath that nostalgia lies a product that, for those over 60, may be more of a health hazard than a harmless indulgence. Let's break it down. Unlike traditional cheeses, processed cheese isn't just made from milk cultures and enzymes. Instead, it's a blend of cheese scraps, emulsifiers, food coloring, preservatives, salt, and often artificial flavoring. What you end up with is something that looks like cheese, tastes like cheese, but acts very differently in your body. One of the biggest concerns with processed cheese products is the high sodium content. A single slice can contain upwards of 300 milligrams of sodium or more. For someone over 60, especially those managing high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney issues, that's a heavy hit. It adds up quickly, especially if you're using multiple slices in sandwiches or melting them into comfort dishes. Then there's phosphates, which are commonly added to keep these products shelf-stable and smooth. While that may sound harmless, excess phosphate intake, especially from additives rather than natural sources, has been linked to impaired kidney function and accelerated arterial stiffening in older adults. Your kidneys, which already decline slightly in efficiency with age, may struggle to process these synthetic compounds. And we can't forget trans fats, once commonly found in cheaper cheese spreads and still lingering in some budget-friendly brands. Even in small amounts, trans fats raise LDL bad cholesterol, lower HDL good cholesterol, and significantly increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. For older adults already at elevated cardiovascular risk, that's a gamble not worth taking. What makes these products even more problematic is their deceptive softness and light texture. They seem gentle, but they're anything but. Their ultra-processed nature means fewer natural nutrients like calcium, real protein, or bioavailable vitamins. You're left with a product that fills you up without actually nourishing you. So why do we still reach for them? Habit marketing, convenience, and because they're inexpensive. But the long-term cost may be far greater, especially when better options are available. Here's a thought: if convenience is what you're after, consider pre-sliced Swiss cheese, a wedge of real cheddar, or even spreading a little goat cheese on toast. They offer flavor, texture, and nutrients without the chemical cocktail. Do you have these types of processed cheese products in your kitchen right now? No shame, we've all been there. But if you're ready to start clearing them out, comment "cleaning it out" below. Sometimes making a small decision like that can mark a meaningful turning point. Coming up next, we're going to talk about one last cheese on the avoid list. And this one's tricky because it's often seen as soft, comforting, even indulgent. But for people over 60, it might be hiding 3 separate health risks in a single bite. Let's talk about flavored cream cheese spreads. Cream cheese spreads, especially the flavored ones with honey, strawberries, or savory herbs, feel like comfort in a tub. They're smooth, mildly sweet or tangy, and easy to slather on a warm bagel or dip into with crackers. But if you're over 60, it's time to take a closer look at what's actually in that creamy swirl, because beneath the soft texture lies a trio of hidden risks that could be quietly undermining your health. Let's start with the first concern: saturated fat. Cream cheese may look light, but don't let its texture fool you. Just 2 tablespoons can contain nearly 10 grams of fat, more than half of it saturated. Over time, regular intake of saturated fat can raise LDL cholesterol levels and increase your risk of cardiovascular disease. And while occasional indulgence won't do major harm, daily use, especially without portion awareness, can lead to a slow buildup of health challenges. The second issue: added sugar. Many flavored cream cheeses, especially those labeled as fruit blends or honey walnut, contain added sugars. This might not seem like much at first glance, maybe 3 or 4 grams per serving, but when combined with breakfast carbs, that sugar spike can be hard on your metabolism. For older adults managing weight insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, these small doses can snowball quickly. Sugar doesn't just add calories, it fuels inflammation and messes with your body's natural hormone balance. The third and perhaps most overlooked risk is bacterial contamination. Cream cheese is a soft cheese, which means it's more vulnerable to listeria, especially if not stored or handled properly. For seniors, especially those with compromised immune systems, this isn't just a mild tummy ache. Listeria can lead to serious complications, including blood infections, neurological symptoms, or hospitalization. This risk increases when cream cheese is left out too long at room temperature. Think buffet tables, workplace spreads, or casual gatherings. So is there a better option if you love creamy spreads? Absolutely. Consider using Greek yogurt as a base for homemade spreads. It's high in protein, low in fat, and packed with probiotics. Mashed avocado with a little lemon juice offers creaminess, heart-healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory properties. Even goat cheese in small portions gives you that tangy satisfaction with fewer additives and a better fat profile. It's not about restriction, it's about smarter swaps. Remember, you deserve food that comforts and cares for you. And if cream cheese has been a part of your morning routine for years, I'd love to hear from you. What's one change you're willing to try this week? Maybe a new spread, a new pairing, or just checking the label more carefully. Drop your answer in the comments. I truly believe in learning from one another. Every warm meal is not just a comfort, it's a choice to protect your future one bite at a time. And now let's bring everything together. We've talked about 3 cheeses that can support your health and 3 that may hold you back. But what does this mean for your everyday life? How do you make these insights work in your real kitchen, your real schedule? Let's wrap it up and give you a clear, encouraging path forward. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. Over the past few minutes, we've explored the world of cheese through a new lens, one focused on nourishment, not just nostalgia. We've uncovered 3 cheeses that can truly support your health after 60 ricotta with its gut-friendly profile and bone-boosting nutrients. Manchego, rich in vitamin B12, zinc, and memory-supporting fats. And cottage cheese, light yet powerful, helping maintain muscle mass and heart health. We've also shed light on 3 types of cheese that deserve a second thought. Brie and other soft rind cheeses with their hidden risks of bacterial contamination and saturated fats. Processed cheese slices and cheese sprays packed with sodium additives and artificial compounds. And finally, flavored cream cheese, spreads delivering a triple threat of fat, sugar, and potential pathogens. But here's the good news. This isn't about eliminating joy or flavor from your plate. It's about choosing better one bite at a time. You don't need to cut out cheese completely. In fact, with the right choices, cheese can be a meaningful part of a balanced diet, adding comfort, texture, and real nutrition. What matters most is awareness. Knowing what your body needs now at this stage of life, and choosing foods that give more than they take. And if today's video helped you see cheese in a different light, I'd love to hear from you. Now I'd love to know what's one cheese you're planning to swap or rethink after today's video. Leave your answer in the comments. Maybe you've been holding onto that tub of flavored cream cheese without realizing what's in it. Or maybe you're inspired to try Manchego for the first time. Either way, your story matters. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. The choices we make in the kitchen echo in how we feel, how we move, and how we live. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or loved one. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful, practical content for our LifeWell seniors community. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video designed to help you live with strength, clarity, and confidence. You've made it to the end, and that alone is a powerful step. Thank you for spending this time with us. Until next time, take care of your heart, your health, and your plate. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for staying with us all the way through. Just by listening, reflecting, and considering these simple shifts, you've already taken a meaningful step toward better health, and that deserves to be acknowledged. At LifeWell Seniors, we believe that aging isn't about slowing down, it's about becoming more intentional. It's about replacing old habits that no longer serve us with choices that protect, nourish, and uplift. Whether it's swapping a high-sodium spread for something gentler or exploring a new cheese that supports brain health, every small change adds up. So as you head into your next grocery trip or sit down for your next meal, ask yourself, is this supporting the life I want to live? That's a powerful question and one we'll keep asking with you every step of the way. And before you go, don't forget to do these 3 things. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you might apply it in your life. Your reflections inspire others, and we read every single one. Like this video if it gave you a new perspective or made you think a little differently about your daily choices. It truly helps more seniors discover content that can support their health. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. We release new videos every week that are designed specifically for you, clear, thoughtful, and rooted in real science and empathy. From all of us here at LifeWell Seniors, thank you for being here, thank you for learning, and most of all, thank you for caring for yourself with such purpose. Until next time, keep choosing well. You've got this.